Every time we hear that music, it means Drew is out of the studio and about the area, and this morning he's in Canby hanging out at Swan Island Dahlias.
All right, let's check in because the farm's annual Dahlia Festival is running through September, and Drew, almost 40 acres of flowers there. They're gorgeous.
That's absolutely correct, Brenda and Christine. We're trying to get as close to the flowers as humanly possible this morning. There are so many varieties to check out. This particular one is called Jitterbug. They do have more than 370 varieties of dahlias. Before we go any further, let's talk about the festival. Let's talk about those festival details. So it started at the beginning of this month. Most importantly, it will continue through the end of September. The annual Dahlia Festival out here at Swan Island Dahlias in Canby. Do not go to Swan Island. Do come to Canby. They're open every day through September 30th, except Mondays and Tuesdays. The only exception there would be this coming Monday because it's Labor Day Monday, so they will celebrate the holiday with the flowers. We are back out live here this morning. When I do come to the festival, I like to spend a couple of hours out here, and then you start to get hungry. So there is food available at the festival. Lots of options, as a matter of fact, including this weekend, our friends from what's known as the Chop Spot. Man, my legs that almost didn't cooperate there, Dennis. I was almost stuck in this position for the entirety of the segment. This is Dennis Gordon. He is the man behind what's known as the Chop Spot. We actually had this great Eric Patterson behind the camera. Yep. He's like an artist. He's created this second live look this morning that shows off the front of the Chop Spot truck with the acres of flowers behind the truck, so you get that perspective of flowers and food. What could be better? I told the audience just before the last commercial break, Dennis, that you put together what are known as chicken sundaes.
Correct. That's
a look inside my chicken sundae. And I will let the cat out of the bag right here. There is no ice cream involved in this sundae.
That's absolutely correct.
What is involved?
Play on words. So we start with white rice, your choice of soy ginger chicken or tofu. Then we've got 11 fresh toppings to choose from: celery, water chestnuts, tomatoes, cilantro, bean sprouts, green onions, and then we top it with our famous scratch-made chicken gravy.
I wanted to eat it while you talked about it, but man, the artist known as Eric Patterson was just buried into that box there, checking out all the goodness. So I'll give it a quick bite, and I'll let our audience know if it's good or not.
No words.
No, I have some. I just have to swallow first. It's delicious. So, you made one for me. And you made one for Eric. Eric's is a little different?
Eric's is a little different. Eric's is vegan and low carb. So instead of the rice, we put bean sprouts at the bottom, soy ginger tofu. We have gluten-free and vegan crunchy chow mein noodles to go in there as well. And then we top it with chicken broth, or vegetable broth, rather than the chicken gravy.
Oh my God. You see what... Eric, he does this from time to time. Sometimes he takes the food, he doesn't even chew. He's barely swallowing. He's just like inhaling it. Oh, Eric Patterson, my goodness. I guess Eric loves the chicken sundae as well. You are an animal, Eric. An artist and an animal all wrapped up into one. So again, just to recap, this is Dennis. He operates the Chop Spot. They actually have a permanent location, I should point out, in West Lynn, along the old Willamette area down there, and what's known as the Willamette Garage, part of a food cart pod. It's really awesome. I love my chicken sundae. Now the flowers are feeling like they're being neglected. I'm sorry, flowers. We'll talk about you again as well. The flowers are the stars out here. Swan Island Dahlias in Canby, the annual Dahlia Festival now through the end of September, and we'll make it all about the flowers coming up at 6:45.
Drew Carney's latest out and about adventure has him in Canby this morning, hanging out at the annual Dahlia Festival at Swan Island Dahlias.
So the farm features more than 370 varieties of dahlias. The festival, it does run through the end of September. Let's check in with Drew. I guess we should mention again, one of the best parts, it's free to get in.
That is a great thing to mention, Brenda. I love this shot too, by the way. And what I love about coming out here to Swan Island Dahlias, it's easy. Quite frankly, it's a very easy morning for Eric Patterson, my photographer, and I, because the flowers really do the work. It's hard to not look good when you've got all these beautiful flowers out here. So that first shot we're showing you, we call that the Dahlia Cam. It shows off some of the acreage. They have 40 acres out here with more than 370 different varieties of dahlia that you can check out during the annual Dahlia Festival. It's been happening since the start of this month. It will continue on through the end of September. This weekend will be a big weekend, Labor Day weekend, of course. So real quickly, we want to show you those hours, 9:30 to 5 every day of the festival. They are open this Monday, but once we get past Labor Day, they are closed on Mondays and Tuesdays, open the other 5 days of the week through the end of September. Dahlias.com for more information. Let me reintroduce to you the co-star of this morning's program. She is Heather Slow, part of the family that owns and operates Swan Island Dahlias. Last hour, about an hour ago to be exact, we blew minds. We literally, I mean, people were calling still like, I can't believe what they did to my mind. They blew my mind. You gave us a little demonstration on maybe preserving, extending the life of your dahlias. Can you re-explain that whole deal?
Yeah, so dahlias as cut flowers really need to be initially treated in hot water.
Okay.
160 to 180 degrees.
You cut the flower, you stick it in the hot water.
Yep, 2 to 3 inches deep, plastic or metal container. Hotter than your tap water, but not boiling.
And you can see we stuck this one in an hour ago, and it actually changes the color of the bottom of the stem.
And that's just your watermark. It shows you that the water treatment worked, and what it did was open the drinking mechanism in that stem up. Dahlias naturally want to seal themselves off and are not free drinkers. And so by doing the hot water treatment, it opened that stem up.
We are helping the dahlia.
Yeah, we
They
are.
can't do it on their own.
Nope,
We
they
must
don't.
free the airway, so to
That's
speak.
right, exactly.
Incredible. So there's your tip. There's your new tip. Chris McGinnis said earlier, he's been growing dahlia in his backyard for years. Didn't know that little trick. I'm going to stick this guy back in there. During the course of the festival, by the way, they have these free tuber dividing demonstrations. I've got tubers in front of me. What's the tuber dividing demonstration? What is that all about?
It really just helps people increase and multiply how many they have in their yard. Because we're going to plant, and most people plant in their yard, 1 tuber, and they multiply each season. So if you're wanting to have more of the same variety in your yard, we're going to show you how to do that so that you can not have to purchase so many and actually have more of the same variety.
Free to get into the festival, free to check out their tuber dividing demonstrations. You want to buy some flowers, that's going to cost you some money, but they do want to stay in business. So that's why at some point they do take a little money for you. And the flowers are beautiful. Can I separate myself from you, Heather?
Yes.
Because I want to close out this segment with some of the varieties out here. Oh, look, we got a sunrise going on out here. I can't believe we're walking away. It's just getting good this morning, Brenda, Christine, and Chris. But so many varieties. I'll just point out a couple. How about this one back here? A peeling, they call this one. A peeling. Don't get too married to that one, Eric, because we're going to move over here real quick. Two more, and then we're done. American Beauty. The American Beauty, right here before your eyes. And then, how about this? I like a good B word. Bodacious. Brenda Braxton, we got Bodacious to close out the segment. Swan Island Dahlias. Bodacious. Swan Island Dahlias in Canby. Festival through September. It's bodacious.
Yes, it is. Oh my gosh, I've had so much fun looking. Well done, my friend. Well done.